Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Ching Palden. I hope you're all keeping well. So, to begin with, when I just sat down to record my current video, I happened to look back at the last post that was made, and it was exactly a month ago. I know that according to my first video, I was supposed to post a post every 2 weeks, but somehow down the lane I've not been able to keep my word, and I would like to sincerely apologize for the same. Having said that, due to some changes, I will not be able to continue posting frequently, but maybe 1 or 2 videos per month, and kindly bear with me. And if you want to know what are the videos or the posts that are posted, kindly have your notifications on. Alright, so today I do not have a specific topic to talk about, but since I have been getting messages and emails personally by a couple of people asking their doubts, I thought it will be more beneficial to also address it to a larger platform, although I have personally responded them. So hopefully those questions raised and my suggestions will help those who have similar questions. Also, if you think that you have a better solution or better suggestion, please feel free to write down in the comment section so that I get to know it, and so will others. Alright, so my first question for today is, somebody from back home, actually India, asked me this question a few months ago, that if an individual being affected with hepatitis B, will that actually affect him or her from migrating to United States, and actually down the lane, will that affect him or her from getting employed as an RN? So although my instant question my instant answer was no, I did verify with my colleague, and we were on the same page. No, the disease condition should not affect you from actually immigrating or getting employed in any medical field, because it is against law. But from your part, you have to take all these tests and treatments on your behalf. But when it comes to the job opportunities, you will not, and you're not supposed to get discriminated due to your disease condition. So if this is the answer that I was able to provide her, the second question is regarding, can we write an exam, the NCLEX RN exam, and can we start the nursing CGFNS process back from India and Nepal? So yes, the answer is definitely yes. I have seen people write the exams and then start their process, write the exams, and then come to the US. So you can definitely do that. That will save a lot of time and money, and so yes, you can start your process, write your exam, and then come to the US also. All right. Again, each state differs from the requirements. In case of New York State, they do not require any English examination. There are other states which requires English examination. So whichever state you're going, make sure that you contact them, and know what are their requirements before you start your verification process. All right. The third question is, can we directly start the verification process from NYSED? NYSED is New York State Education Department, instead of going through CGFNS. Well, in my last video I have mentioned about the same question, that yes, we can instead of going through CGFNS, we can directly apply from do the verification process from NYSED. However, NYSED has also recommended that they prefer the process being verified through CGFNS and not directly through them. So you can see that information's in their website, NICET website, so you can check in, and then it's up to you whether you want to go through CGFNS or you want to directly apply through NICET. All right. The fourth question is somebody just called me a few weeks ago and she said that, oh, I sent my name change form, and that since I have not sent the nurse form 1, I'm wondering whether I should write the new name that is with FNU and not. So she also told me that right after seeing my last FNU video, then very next day she sent, she filled up the forms and then she was able to send it. So I'm happy that at least even an individual, if it's 1 person, 2 person, even the more the better, right? Is being benefited. So my suggestion to her was, since she has already sent the nurse name change form and all the documents, I asked her to write the new name and just make a note saying that you have already sent the name change form and that you have mentioned their new name in this nurse form 1. So in that way you are giving them a heads up, and if possible just try to call them and verify whether your name has been changed or not, whether they have received your forms or not. I want to let you all know that CGFNS does email us, and we can also call them and get the updates, right? But then NICET does not call us to let us know that they have received the form, they have to get the name change and all that. It is our responsibility to call them and check back, okay? So according to my conversation with her, due to COVID situation, the calls are not being answered. So the only source for communication or route for communication is through the email, which takes about a week or 2. So whoever are undergoing this processes, I would like to advise you to try calling first, and if call fails, then I think the other option is email. And since it's taking more time due to COVID situation, I would like to request you all to be more consistent or be more in line with it, okay? So the next question is about ways to come to abroad. Somebody messaged me in my Facebook and asked me like, what are the ways to come abroad, because she doesn't have anybody in abroad. This question took me back to the year when I just graduated from my nursing school. So everybody wants to try to go abroad, and then I was also at that point was planning to do something with my nursing, since I just graduated my school. So I was looking forward to especially flying to UK or some other countries through the agencies. I know there were a lot of agencies that were sending nurses, but since I could not get a reliable information or reliable source, and it to some extent I felt like that was a lot of money, and since my parents have already spent so much, I didn't want to go that take that risk without having a reliable information. So I do feel you. So my answer for her was, why don't you watch the video of Dashi Yangzumla, that's her Facebook name, and she and her friends who hail from India has actually through agencies are now in UK, in England, and working as a registered nurse. I know lately there have been a lot of Tibetan registered nurses who has actually come through PR, permanent resident, to Canada, and actually got their PR within few months of their arrival, and they have then started their nursing verification process. And again, Tenzin Chodunla, who has posted a video, the second video I believe, in my YouTube channel. She is also an immigrant nurse. She came through PR, and then she's a nurse right now, registered nurse. I know that her agencies might have stopped or something, but there are a lot of other friends. I know a lot of my other friends who has actually through different agencies come to successfully come to Canada, and then are undergoing the verification process to continue working as a licensed practical nurse or as a registered nurse in Canada. I also know that I have a friend's friend who actually came with their spouse, through this PR process. I have two of my friends who actually came through PR process in Canada, and after getting their PR status, they have actually now been able to bring up their husband to Canada. So if you need any information, feel free to leave me a message or send me an email, and I will definitely try to ask them and see if we can help or guide you. But again, my request is that things keep changing, and then we are only the source of information. It is your part also to do more study or do more research, so that what we give you advices and what you find out yourself, everything's does not put you in trouble. So I know that their agencies might be reliable because they have come, right? But then anything can happen, after a certain time, changes within the employees that are working, a lot of changes here and there. So I would like to highly recommend you to take our suggestions, take our, word, but to have your own studies, have your own research done, so that, we are all, what we are sharing is correct, and what you are doing also, make sure to counter check and not blindly follow what we are saying. Okay, so these are the few things that I wanted to bring up too. So since it's been like almost 12 minutes long, I would like to stop here, and I'll have more say on a few other topics on my next video. If you have any questions, you can just leave me in the comment section, or you can email me, and I will try to address them in my coming video as well. Alright, so wishing you all the best in your process, in your preparation for an NCLEX exam, and for your new journey as a registered nurse anywhere around the world. Alright, thank you, and take care.